They be cramping my style all week. Craving chocolate trees, checking pants, checking seeds, sipping herbal tea, and fight for menstrual equity. Hey, get cramps at it. Get cramps at it. Get cramps, get cramps, get cramps, get cramps, get cramps. You're now tuned in to the Kick Cramps Ass podcast with your host, Brittany Walker, advocating for menstrual equity, period poverty, and womb wellness. New episodes on Menstruation Mondays.
Happy Menstruation Monday, everybody. Welcome to the Kick Cramps Ass podcast, where I am your host, Brittany Walker, and you've made it to episode 12, where we're going to be talking about Goddess Soap. It is Menstruation Monday. It is July 31st, so it's the last day of the month, but it is also the last day of Fibroid Awareness Month. And we've been talking about all month about the giveaway that we'll be giving away our KCA kit. That is our Goddess Experience. It has a signed copy of our book, a garnet crystal bookmark, our Cramp elixir, which is our tea remedy. We have a crystal tea infuser for you to be able to infuse the tea. We have our Goddess bath soak, which you can take your soaks in, which we'll be talking about today. In addition to, in addition to the menstrual blood chart, we have all feminine and all organic hygiene wipes from Vajesty. We have disposable menstrual disc from Soft Disc. So valued at $88, we will be giving away one KCA kit. All you have to do is select the link in the description of this bio. You have until 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tonight to enter, as we will be pulling the draw on August 1st and announcing our winner. So excited about that, guys. But of course, we're always going to advocate for getting rid of fibroids, eliminating endometriosis, PCOS, infertility, amenorrhea, dysmenorrhea, menorrhagia, and all the uterine ailments that can affect those who menstruate bodies. All right. So let's go ahead and get right into it. You know, we like to kick off each episode with the I am power statement. I representing inspiration, A representing affirmation, and M representing manifestation. So for today, the I am power statement is I am dedicating time to myself weekly to engage in a bath soap for wellness purposes. Ashe. So there it is. You know, the reference or the book resource that we've been using all season is NNG's Formula to Kick Cramps Ass, a blueprint to naturally get rid of menstrual cramps, written by myself. For those of you who are on Spotify and YouTube and you can see the video, I'm holding up the book to the screen. You are able to buy it on our website where you can get a signed copy. And we do have it available on other markets, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Amazon, so on and so forth. All right. So that is going to be the reference. We typically do a tea of the day. I go back and forth between the Cramp elixir. I've been also indulging in Dr. Bobby Price's full detox, which is a tummy and parasite detox, which most people do not realize. By the time you're an adult, you have at least one parasite. And as the parasite continues to grow and eat at the nutrients that you're putting in your body, it begins to hatch eggs. And parasites can lead to other serious illnesses, memory loss, extreme bloating, gas, a lot of things. But that is going to be an episode we're going to deep dive into season 2. So in the meantime, don't hesitate to look up how parasites can affect your period. All right. But instead of doing the detox tea or our normal Cramp elixir, we were simple today. We just wanted to do chocolate milk. For those of you who this is your first episode tuning into us, I am a plant-based nutritionist and I have been plant-based. Let's see, we're 2023. It will be 6 years. Oh, wow. 6 years, August 13th, actually. So in a couple of weeks, it's actually going to be my anniversary. And it's funny because August 13th actually happens to be our next online workshop. Yes, we are having a virtual workshop online, and you'll be able to get the information for that workshop in the description of our bio, where we will be presenting to you our method and our formula how you could truly get rid of menstrual cramps and other PMS symptoms that have been impacting your health negatively. All right, guys. But yeah, we did chocolate milk. So we have actual cacao instead of chocolate because it's the healthiest form of chocolate, and it is actually a superfood. So it provides a plethora of vitamins and minerals and nutrients that our body needs. And then I mixed it with some oat milk. Typically, I have this after my workout because chocolate milk actually helps with muscle failure and muscle repair and muscle maintenance. And I typically don't work out on Sundays or during I have one day off during the week, but just wanted to tap into some chocolate milk because it's cool. It's refreshing to have a little bit of vanilla bean in it, a little bit of date, a little bit of cinnamon. Again, all things that we have discussed with you before that are very essential for the body. And then it's really hot outside. It's already 107 degrees outside at only 8:30 in the morning. So having something cool is going to be great. So let's get into it. Enough about what I'm sipping on and what I have going on. Let's talk about today's chapter. So we are going to be reviewing chapter 11, which is the goddess soap. We deep dive into how important it is to take a bath and what that can do for our bodies. So let's get into it. In epidemiologic study of an adolescent population age range 12 to 17 years, Klein and Litt reported that dysmenorrhea has a prevalence of 59.7%. Of patients reporting pain, 12% described it as severe, 37% as moderate, and 49% as mild. Dysmenorrhea caused by 14% of patients to miss school frequently, and this is by Dong and Sasky in 2021. Your cramping body plus hot bath water equals soothing sensations. Taking a hot bath leading up to and during your cycle will not only rejuvenate your body, but also suppress inflammation. Submerging your body in the water will regulate your body temperature, including Epsom salt or herbs can alleviate cramps due to their special healing powers and better your overall mood. You could use herbs stated in Chapter 4, Alchemy at its Finest, or look into a special Yanni blend. I actually like to use Beautiful Widow's Manny Mix, which can be used in multiple cleansing techniques, and more information will be outlined in Chapter 14, Our Phase. But just to take a pause from reading, I actually don't use the Manny Mix anymore. Again, guys, this book has a plethora and a compilation of details that we've used over the latter years. However, now I actually use my goddess bath potion, and we're going to deep dive more into that and what it includes. All right. Hot baths also aid in reducing stress, which is imperative in regulating menstrual cramps. The less stress you endure, the more manageable your cycle will be. I line the tub with my favorite crystals, my Super 7, one crystal for each chakra, plus some others, chakra candles, and will nourish myself with music, reading, writing, or audio recording. Pause. So people think, why would you audio record in the bathtub? So if my hands have already gotten wet or something along those lines where I can't hold a journal or write, because typically I like to read or I like to write. And so if I don't feel like writing, or I don't want to have to worry about keeping my hands dry by my body being completely submerged, that I will turn my phone on to the Otter app, OTTER. You're able to do audio recordings on there. So if I want to audio record parts of my future manuscripts for other books that I'm writing, if I want to do an audio recording for my diary because I do journal, if I want to talk about business ideas, whatever's coming to my mind at that time, I could put in that audio recording. Just FYI to throw that out there to you guys. And I only will put music on if I'm not reading. If I'm writing or doing something else, yes. But if I'm reading, I typically like to have silence so I can indulge in what I'm reading. Back to us reading now, this chapter. Another frequent tendency is to rub on my waist beads while basking in the restorative waters. If you are not aware, waist beads enhances your femininity, spirituality, sensuality, and fertility. Take a look at ancient African history. In the hieroglyphics, goddesses wear waist beads. It's embedded in our history, so why not participate in what has worked for centuries? Eccentrics is who blesses my divinity with a plethora of waist beads to choose from and educational material, including what healing agents each color bead provides. You will discover more about these items also in chapter 14, my faves. So just to give an update, Eccentrics is currently not open at this time. They have temporarily shut down. So I'm actually using her waist beads, and I'll be sure to include their information in the description of our bio. The last 3 waist beads that I bought were from her waist beads, and I actually, it's funny that we're mentioning it on my desk and I'm holding it up to you guys. That's her logo. I actually received some of these waist beads at a menstrual event that I went to. So this is still a set that I need to add on. So shout out to her waist beads. During the goddess soak, I tend to feel the most rejuvenated when I have completed my divine rising regimen, which includes showing gratitude to the Most High, universe, and ancestors, affirmations, and manifestations through my vision board, meditate, reading at least 10 pages of the book of my choice. I alternate between professional and pleasure reads. I work out, toning up the triple A's, what I call the arms, abs, and ass, or participate in yoga and Pilates. I do my goal review and my calendar check. After getting in my goddess zone, I can truly relax and exude the positive, productive, and peaceful energy that was manifested. There's nothing like some self-love and care that we rightfully deserve, especially after putting up with the bullshit that menstruation could put us through every month. Channeling the beautiful African goddess Oshun takes me to an even higher frequency as she has stopped a group of raging menstruating women from taking over the world. Yes, this is real research that you can look into, people, just FYI. Back to reading. With her power through water, it gives each of us rising goddesses the opportunity to truly tap into our purity and how to love ourselves. A nation can rise no higher than its woman. That's a quote by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now, NNG recommends soaking in the bathtub at least twice weekly for at least 30 minutes. If you're unable to do this twice weekly, try to at least give yourself one time per week to soak. If it's difficult to do it during the week, if you don't have a flexible schedule, if you're still having to go to work 9 to 5, make sure you incorporating taking a soak into your schedule. If not, focus on the weekend, self-care Saturday, self-love Sunday. Take some time to take a soak. Now, this does not mean you cannot take baths daily, because you are more than welcome to proceed with this method. With the busyness of our lives, we must relax to embark life back into our wounds. I typically like to take a bath the day before, the day of, and the second day of my cycle. It does wonders for my womb. The bath also provides the convenience to incorporate other self-care techniques such as exfoliating, milk bath bombs, or another form of detoxing, especially if drinking freshly squeezed juice or tea. I'm going to pause on the reading. Some people are like, why would you drink tea in hot water? It can elevate your blood levels. It can elevate your blood pressure. So that might not be the best if you have not prepared your body temperature before you get into the tub. So having like water, fresh squeezed juice, something that's going to add energy, nutrients, or something back in your body. The water will be hydration. Of course, it's a macronutrient, so we do need it in abundance. Especially while you're soaking, you're going to be excreting, meaning your body's going to be getting rid of toxins and unwanted impurities into the body. So as your body sweats out those toxins, you want to make sure that you're rehydrating your body with water. Either way, we are kicking Cramps' ass around these kingdoms, dynasties, or empires. So that's if you feel like you're a queen, your kingdom. If you feel like you're an empress, your dynasty. If you feel like empires, again, empress as well. We're on some goddess stuff, so it's all of the above, you know? Dancing a bit, serenading myself as the water is filling the tub has become a component of this ritual. Maneuvering from African goddess ritual dancing, Texas and Louisiana twerking. I told you guys I'm from Houston. My 3 out of 4 of my grandparents are from Louisiana. So Texas and Louisiana twerking, or simply grooving to the beats that moves this physique. It is pause. It is so healthy for you to serenade yourself, for you to dance, to get some movement. Whether you're belly dancing, whether you're two-stepping, whether you're just bobbing to the beat, dancing is really actually beneficial for the body. Remember, you are beautiful and you are loved. It is important to remind yourself daily of the love you rightfully deserve. If you do not love yourself first, then it will be difficult to love anyone else. Move on from past traumas or eliminate negative traits that hinder your transcendence. Accepting your worthiness and how you were made is applicable to your growth. You are everything and more, goddess. All right, so that wraps up chapter 11, Goddess Soak. So let's talk about some additional details in regards to taking a bath soak. Other benefits includes decreasing heavy blood flow. So if you are suffering from menorrhagia, like we mentioned earlier, taking a bath soak will help regulate such a heavy flow. It also relaxes your pelvic muscles since you're completely submerging your body, especially the lower half of your body, into water. It will naturally relax those pelvic muscles, which tend to tighten up or have convulsions when you're on your cycle or while your temperature is not regulated. Taking a bath soak also diminishes inflammation. It's getting rid of your cramps. It's calming down the inflammation. It's calming down the convulsions. It also can soothe anxiety and stress. Even if you're not on your cycle, you will hear common that women or men will take soaks. Even if you're non-binary, you can still take a soak. It will help you relax your body. If you've had a long, stressful day, you're dealing with family drama, you and your partner got into an argument, your kids are running you ragged, school has you drowning or making you feel overwhelmed. Take some time to release that anxiety and stress and take a soak. It will help you regulate the hormones and the mood. All right. It also restores your total body. It is total rejuvenation. A reference, maybe you might not know, I am an OG millennium, but I grew up loving, my favorite show was A Different World. It's about college students at a HBCU, people of color trying to come up and not be mediocre or this typical box or stereotypical way that society tries to put Black people in or people of color in. So Whitley, which was a main character played by Jasmine Guy, used to say, relax, relate, release. It was a very common thing she did. It was a catchphrase. It's a pop culture catchphrase. People talk about it. Relax, relate, release is another form of rejuvenation. You're relaxing. You're relating to what's going on and you're releasing on the shit that does not serve you. And that can include people, places, things. You're no longer wanting to engage in family drama. You're no longer wanting to be part of the mediocrity that society tries to put lower classmen and middle classmen in. You're not conforming to what the world is telling you should do, but what you truly believe you should do. You are taking care of your body. You are spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically restoring yourself. It is so good to do so. We talked about regulating hormones. I'm going to mention that again. Very good. So even if you're not focusing on your cycle, this is focusing on your mental health. This is helping you deal with conflict management. It's helping you communicate better. It's helping you learn how to deal with obstacles as they come your way. Baths can help with that. In addition to preparing your body for relaxation, some people like to take baths before they go to sleep at night because it will help them sleep well. So it is also good for insomnia, tense muscles. After a heavy workout, I might like to go take a soak because my muscles are tense from the workout I just did. Stressful days, like we just mentioned. It also has the ability to rejuvenate your pH balance. A lot of people that menstruate say that they have a fishy smell while they're on their cycle. Your body is not supposed to have a fishy smell. That means that your pH balance is off. That could be leftover blood or bacteria toxins on your wall from your previous cycle, or toxins and bacteria that you have taken in from the foods that you're eating, the toiletries that you may be using. Also, it could be, again, what you're putting in your body. Things like dairy, red meat, fried foods, processed foods, they do not digest well in the body. They will stay on the inside of your gastrointestinal lining. So that will then cause mold to happen in your body. That will cause bacteria to grow in your body. That will then cause disease to start forming in your body. But that all trickles down to your vaginal area. So it can cause you to have a smell. A lot of people also don't realize if you drink alcohol a lot, an excessive amount of alcohol, the chemicals and the sugar in the alcohol will cause your pH balance to be thrown off. So you will have a very strong odor. And lastly, baths can also excrete toxins from the body. I mentioned that already, but I'm going to say it again. That means that it is self detoxing. So if you're doing all the spices we talked about, the cinnamon, gingers, turmerics, nutmegs, allspice, cayenne, if you're doing the different herbs that we discussed, the chamomiles, the hibiscus, the red raspberry leaves, chas tree, ashwagandha, nettles, all of those things are going to help you naturally detox from the inside. That bath is going to help expedite that process. So it is extremely important. You will hear people that go in saunas. If somebody is trying to detox, they'll go into a sauna. If somebody's trying to get rid of impurities in their bodies, they will go in a sauna. Let's take it even a step further. People that are freeing themselves from alcoholism or drug abuse, they will go sit in a sauna to help excrete those things out of their body so it's not in their bloodstream. So you could do the same thing with a bath. If you are sitting in a hot bath, your temperature will eventually go up. Now, I know a lot of people might prefer warm baths because they can't handle submerging themselves in hot water. But again, even sitting in warm water will eventually increase the temperature in your body that will calm down the inflammation, that will help you actually detox. So if you're sweating a lot, it's okay. If you don't want to mess up your hair, wrap it up. Throw on a cotton bandana that can soak up, or a cotton wrap that can soak up the sweat that might be coming through your pores from your scalp. But allow your face to sweat, allow your armpits to sweat, allow your body to just free up those toxins. Now, we mentioned our goddess soak. I actually think I have a pack here. And as you can see, it's our KCA box. I probably should have showed you guys this earlier, that has all the products that we mentioned that we are giving away. But yes, we have our goddess soak. So for those of you on YouTube or Spotify, you can see us holding it up. Our goddess soak has different ingredients that are beneficial during your bath soak. So let's get into it. It has Epsom salt. I have organic Epsom salt in here. Yes, you can get organic Epsom salt. You got to be careful, because if it's not organic, it could potentially have GMOs, chemicals, and toxins that are not beneficial for the body. Epsom salt helps release pain. It will relax your uterine muscles, and it also will reduce the inflammation. We also have pink Himalayan salt. I mentioned to you guys before, I don't really eat with salt. I really don't use salt. And if I happen to utilize salt, then it will be pink Himalayan salt, sea salt, something along those lines. But pink Himalayan happens to be one of the best forms of salt you can have. And it provides healthy sodium in the body instead of that unwanted excess of iodine, because we don't want too much iodine in the body because we can have issues, okay? So the pink Himalayan salt, it not only balances your pH balance, so it helps get rid of that fishy or strong odor, it will also provide hydration. We just said how important it is to stay hydrated, especially once you go into the tub, but it provides hydration, and it's a natural pain relief. So it is a natural healing agent for pain. We also have oat milk. When we were reading the chapter, we mentioned about milk baths. I don't do dairy at all. We told you guys how crucial. Let me not use the word crucial. Let me use dairy is not good for the body. It provides so many things that the body has to fight off. And we have to be mindful that a lot of the dairy, especially produced in the United States, has a lot of pus in it, has a lot of blood from the cows, because they hook them onto machines, and these machines are steadily pumping them. The cow can't say, ouch, my nipples hurt, you're chafing my skin, you're overworking my body. So that pus, that blood, all of that goes into the milk. A lot of cows are injected with steroids, especially during the mating process. Sadly, they don't allow cows to mate. Cows are raped. They are forced to have kids. They are injected with things to force them to have kids or baby calves in order to produce more milk and produce meat quicker. So with those steroids, they're not helpful for the body, and they're cancerous. They have carcinogens. So we want to be mindful of what dairy does for the body. It definitely hinders the body. So I do oat milk, a nut milk, something along those lines, because that's going to be better for you with your fiber, the nutrients that you need to helping you restore and helping heal the wound. So we have organic oat milk in this soap. Not only is that going to decrease your PMS symptoms, it is going to decrease your cramps, and it provides a plethora of nutrients for the body. For those of you who have skin issues or you've been to a dermatologist, they normally will recommend an oat bath, something along those lines. I know a lot of people use Aveeno. I'm not too keen with Aveeno because they add a lot of other chemicals and things to the products to have shelf life. So it's kind of counterproductive to the original oat milk or oats that's in it. So we want to be mindful of that. Oat is really good for your skin, your hair, your body, but even if you're having gastrointestinal issues, it will help with like constipation, clearing out unwanted belly fat, and things that are staying stored in the body that are not flushing through. It has rose petals in here. So rose petals helps reduce bloating. People don't know that. Rose petals helps reduce bloating. You think rose water, people using that for their skin and their hair. The actual flower itself is so beneficial, reducing the bloating, it eliminates the cramping, and it actually eases anxiety. So many helpful benefits. People don't even realize if you get some roses and just set them in your house and let set them in a vase. If you put plant food with them, good. If you don't, you can make your own type of plant food. But even just inhaling the aroma of roses is good for the body. We put orange peel in here. So we have organic dehydrated orange peels that also will help in lessen the bloating. Excuse me. It regulates PMS symptoms as well. And it weakens the muscle spasms. So when you start having convulsions or those cramps start coming through, orange peel would offset that. High in vitamin C, high in zinc. It gives so many beneficial nutrients as well. We also have lavender oil. So exciting. Lavender is good for relaxation, guys, but it also balances your blood flow. So if you are suffering from menorrhagia, which is heavy blood flow, or amenorrhea, the absence of blood flow, lavender will help either bring on your blood flow for amenorrhea, or it will help regulate the heaviness of your blood flow if you're suffering from menorrhagia. It also improves your mood and it removes pain. Now, you will hear people talk about lavender. It's great for relaxing. You could drink lavender tea, put some lavender under your pillow at night. It helps with your mood. So again, it helps with your womb as well. We also have tea tree oil, and you would think tea tree oil. Yes, tea tree oil actually is antifungal. It combats bacteria and it decreases inflammation. So it helps with that pH balance if you're having that smell that you're not too much happy about. It helps with removing cramps as well from the body. And that's if you have it in period cramps, if you're having cramps in your back, upper back, lower back, things of that sort. Peppermint oil, the last ingredient in our Goddess Bath soap. It is a mood booster, so it will help with your hormones. And we all know if you get on your cycle, sometimes your hormones could be out of whack. So you can be laughing one minute, crying the next. You could be happy, and then you're charging somebody up or cursing somebody out the next. So you want to be able to combat that. But peppermint oil is also anti-inflammatory, and it also soothes pain. All right. So when we take our baths, we use our Goddess Bath Soap. We have this on our website for sale. It's also included in our KCA kit. I will leave a link in the description of the bio so you can go get it directly. But if you subscribe to our website to keep up with the latest news, events, resources, you get a 15% discount to use on your first purchase. So you can utilize this towards the Goddess Bath potion. All right. So in addition to us taking our soaps, we use our Goddess Bath Potion. We mentioned to you before, we'll use candles for setting the mood, and that's lighting purposes because I like to turn off the lights in the bathroom. I just like it slightly dim. I like to set the mood for myself. It's like taking yourself on a date. You want to love on yourself. You want to give yourself what your body needs and desires. Also, will light incense. I am a person that's really into alchemy, into metaphysical methods. As you can see, we talked about that in previous episodes and we've read that chapter to you. However, I will buy incense that have an actual purpose. Some people just buy incense for the smell. I like that too, but there's purpose incense. So I have a goddess incense set. I have a good health goddess incense set, and I have a positivity. I have other stuff too, business, my moon ones where I use on my full and new moon rituals. I have protection. I have African goddess. I have African gods, Orishas, very important as well. Um, yeah, so I will light typically the goddess one, the good health, and the positivity, because that's what I'm wanting to embody and that's what I'm wanting to affirm and manifest. But definitely the goddess and the good health, because while I'm all up on my goddess steeds, and for my gods out there that menstruate, you be on your god steeds. But good health, we want good health. We want to bring in positivity. We want to bring in good light. We want to bring in all of this good energy to help us really go on this menstrual journey and impact it positively. We also will have our books, journal, and music. We mentioned that to you guys. So I typically like to read something that I haven't been able to read, since I have to read a lot for research in my PhD program with what I'm doing with this organization. I read a lot of research, but I need me a good fiction. I need me a good poem book every once in a while. As you can see right here, I have signs and sky mates, learning about astrology, things of that sort. That's important to me. I talked about crystals. I like lining my tub with crystals. I like embodying the energy that crystals can have and that alchemy power. And lastly, again, that tea, water, or fresh squeezed juice, whatever you want to hydrate or to add additional nutrients into the body, is going to be beneficial for you. All right, guys. And just to wrap up, I just mentioned it, but I'm going to mention it again. Goddess Bath Potion. You can get it at our KCA store. We'll drop the link in the description of our bio. And feel free to subscribe to our website, and you can use that 15% off coupon. All right. To recap, we talked about the Goddess Soak and how beneficial it is to take a bath leading up to your cycle, on your cycle. I know some people are weary because they're like, okay, once I take off my tampon, once that pad or that disc or cup is not up there, the blood is going to come out. Not always. You will have moments that you might drop a blood clot or you might release, but that's a good thing because your body is helping like push things out. So then let the water out and refill the water again. But typically, once you start noticing that blood is not coming out as often or not coming out at all, that is a sign that you are making real progression in your menstrual cycle journey. All right, guys. So, yep, we talked about chapter 11, the Goddess Soap. We also wrapping up for Fibroid Awareness Month in this good old month of July. We will have the link for the description for you to still have a chance to enter. Again, it ends tonight at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we're going to have a link for our upcoming virtual workshop. It will be Sunday, August 13th, and it will be virtual. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to comment to this episode. If you don't want to post your comment, question, or concern publicly, you have the opportunity to email us at contact@kickcrampsass.org. I will also include that email in the description of this bio. Be sure to like our podcast, share it with somebody you feel like that can resonate with it. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, because not only do we have the video on YouTube, but we have other content that is going to be beneficial for you in achieving optimal womb wellness. All right. Big shout out to JJ Cicero for the banging intro. But if there's not anything else, guys, we want to send gratitude to all our gods and goddesses for tuning in and taking in this information. Again, if it doesn't resonate with you, just take from it what did resonate. And if it's something that you're unsure about or you want to learn more, there's plenty of resources that you can research. Go research for your own. It's nothing like learning for yourself and learning things on your own instead of just taking the word of somebody else. All right, guys? So we want to manifest a positive, productive, and peaceful remainder of this good old Menstruation Monday. We're wishing you a beautiful week ahead. And then also, happy August. August will be tomorrow. So the next episode we will be in the month of August. So we just want to wish you so many great things, and we'll be speaking to you soon. Peace.